Go for it.
This is where you do the intro.
Oh, right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Too Weird Didn't Watch, the show where we make fun of movies that we have not seen, based on nothing but their weird descriptions.
I'm Brantley.
And I'm Albert. Brantley is going first with us reading today. I don't know how to words. I had a very calming car ride over to Brantley's house, and my brain about half shut off. We'll try to get through this. Brantley, What do you got for us today?
Well, a few episodes back, I promised bear movies. So I have bear movies.
I must warn you, I have seen Grizzly.
I did not include Grizzly.
Okay. Go with the bear movies.
First up, we have Into the Grizzly Maze.
Wow. Okay. So are we going to be dealing with, like, I'm imagining, like, a labyrinth, like classical, not Greek, Minoan. Yeah, it was the Minoan, because it was the Minotaur, the tower, the bull from Minos.
Yes.
The island of, so they had everybody knows the story of, like, Perseus. It's Perseus, right? In the maze? And the girl helps him out with the ball of wine, and then he's like, oh, by the way, I'm out. Not gonna hang out with you.
Yeah.
See ya!
Was it Perseus or Theseus?
I want to say it was Perseus, but I'm not gonna Google it.
I can't remember. It's been way too long since I've read that.
Am I anywhere close with my hypothesis about this bear?
Well, in the description, the Grizzly Maze is capitalized, so I imagine it must be.
Okay.
But we're gonna get into it first. A deputy whose mission is protecting the threatened grizzly bear suddenly finds himself conflicted when a massive rose grizzly bear wreaks havoc on a local Alaskan community.
What kind of grizzly bear?
Massive.
Oh, I thought you said rose.
Rogue.
Oh, it's a different word.
It is.
That's
Rose bears are different. They're majestic. Rogue is less fun.
I was legitimately sitting there thinking, like, should I expose my ignorance to the joys of the rose bear? Because I have not heard of this thing.
I'm picturing, like, a bear that has, like, thorns, like, thorny vines growing out of him. He's got, like, the roses growing out the back of his head.
Like he has a... Oh, no, okay.
Like he's like a
not just the back
island.
of his head, like all the way down the back of his back. Like, you on the right track, but almost like Godzilla with the spikes.
Yes.
But he has... This is something that would probably have shown up in the movie Annihilation.
Probably.
A rose bear. Okay, a rogue bear. So this guy, the deputy... Or that, is dealing with the fact that it's like...
His job is
his
to
calling is... Oh, man.
Probably
Grizzlies.
like dealing with poachers. Like
Right.
You know.
But...
This giant murder bear shows up, and he's like, well, crap.
This is... It's almost like the screenwriters are, like, wrestling themselves with the concept of...
It's like, killer animal movies are fun, but we don't want to encourage
like, just so you guys know, there are not a lot of bears out there.
We don't want to have a Jaws, like, Shark Panic situation with bears, because they're closer to us.
Yes.
It's more dangerous. Enlisting the help of his estranged brother, because, of course, he has one, he enters the labyrinthian Grizzly Maze to track down his wife, who's gone missing, before the bear does.
What?
Presumably
okay.
Before the bear finds his wife. Why did she go into the Grizzly Maze? Why would you do that?
Did the bear kidnap his wife?
Stanley Whiplash's a bear. Waha!
Now, let's see you stop my incredible killing spree, Mr. Park Ranger.
I've kidnapped your wife and tied her to a train track.
And by the way, I will be taking all of these picnic baskets.
That's where I was going next as well. Well played. Let's go, boo-boo.
Yes.
Smarter than the average bear. Time to eat a lady.
To circle back around to Godzilla, he has his tiny Godzuki bear with him.
Yeah. Godzuki. As the body count mounts and an infamous bear hunter enters the fray, determined to take down the bear he's been waiting for his whole life, no one is safe in the harsh Alaskan wilds. That's just general fact. It's just also there's this murder bear happening.
Yes. Okay. That's the end of the description, right?
Yes.
They have not elaborated on the bear maze.
So I'm just assuming that there's a bunch of people, like there's an actual, like, intricate, I can use words, cave system.
Okay.
They're, like, huge caves. They have, like, trees growing in there or something.
Caverns. I like your hypothesis here. Or it's just, like, a really, like, tangly forest area.
That's probably what it is, but it's not as fun.
the fact that his wife is just like there for no adequately described reason in the world of the description is...
It says she's gone missing, so it's like she was camping and then got lost, and then this giant murder bear showed up in town, and he's like, oh, crap. Oh, man. My wife's out there. Bro! I know you're not a cop, which I am, but I need your help and not other police.
We're estranged for some reason, but also my wife. Help.
Fine.
Couldn't you have an estranged father? Your no dad died.
That's really extreme.
That's why we're estranged. Because you killed him.
With a bear.
It was either shoot the bear or let dad die, and you didn't. You let dad die.
It's my job. They got a lot of family.
Why don't you let your wife die too, you jerk?
Because I like her more. That's fair.
Well, I love this backstory we've created for these guys. This is more compelling than anything you said in the description.
Yeah.
What do we have next?
Up next, we have Prophecy from 1979.
Okay, Prophecy. Not to be confused with The Prophet, which I think is like there's like 8 movies starring Christopher Walken, right?
That's the Prophecy series.
Okay.
And just the first 3 have Christopher Walken. After that, they made 2 more movies that don't have any characters from the first 3.
Okay.
But they still involve Nephilim, so there's like, yeah.
Those are just demon things, right?
Nephilim are half angels, half humans, half angel, half demon, half human, depending on your interpretation or how people want to write their stories.
The most fun version that I've heard is that they're like the Greys. That's like the Christian quote-unquote explanation for the sort of classic alien abduction thing is those are angels that fell and now they have weird giant heads for some reason.
The one I've seen is that, there were giants in the earth in those days, like those are the Nephilim, and that they're half human, half angel. Like the angels, or described as the sons of God, came down and had kids with humans. Okay. And God was like, no.
They're not giants, though.
Don't
like, you
do
have
that.
a pretty clear... Well, okay, so there's the question of where did Goliath come from, because the giants are before the flood, and then Goliath is still around.
He's the lone survivor. Maybe he was lit on the ark.
He had 5 brothers who were also giants.
Well, maybe they were all lit on the ark. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe they built their own ark.
Maybe they did.
Maybe they're strong
they flew
swimmers.
Off in the UFO and then dropped
go.
back down.
Came back and was like, what happened? There were a lot more of you last time we were here.
This has been Bible Conspiracy Theories with Albert. Tune in next week. Okay, so the prophecy, all you got is the title. No, it's not. It's just prophecy, right?
Just prophecy.
I don't know what this has to do with the bear. Maybe it's an alien bear. Continue.
From heaven. All right. When a dispute occurs between a logging operation and a nearby Native American tribe, Dr. Robert Byrne and his wife, Maggie, are sent in to mediate.
Okay.
All right. Chief John Hawks insists the loggers are poisoning the water supply, and though company man Isley denies it, the Verns can't ignore the strangely mutated wildlife roaming the woods.
I think
just love the
this
idea that
movie understands how poison works.
I like the fact that it's not like, this is sacred land. It's like, you're poisoning things. Leave. Get out of here, dude.
You guys are you have a toilet and you're purposely taking dumps in the river. And now there's poop fish for some reason. Yeah. Because that's how that works, I guess.
I like the image of it's like, again, we just discussed how I've been binging Big Red Falls, but like actual like visibly like monstrous animals roaming. It's like, something might be up with his claims of poison.
I know
that deer has 3 heads.
Me and Brantley did just discuss it, but the words he just said very quickly were he has been binging Gravity Falls.
That, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that was clear for the listener because you were like...
That's fine.
Okay.
People listening don't listen for the words. Robert captures a bear cub for testing and soon finds himself the target of an angry mutant grizzly.
Well, this all tracks. So he picks up, he's like, we need evidence of this poisoning, I guess, because just seeing mutated animals isn't enough in this world.
I mean, you'd be like, it could be for any of them. If you can match it like from a specific chemical from the logging.
Or
whatever.
Maybe like it's the Indians and they're like doing it with their magic. Twist! Is that the end of this one?
That is the end of that one.
Okay, so he has
the baby bear, and now he's being hunted by Mama Bear, who was unhappy.
What do you think? So we discussed at the beginning here that I've seen the movie Grizzly, which the premise of that one is that it's a giant bear, like 14 feet tall. They don't do a great job of showing that he's 14 feet tall. There's a lot of perspective shots of the woods.
Yeah.
And like the scale of trees is pretty variable. So even if they were at 14 feet, it's like...
What you do is you take a grizzly bear to like a small pine forest and then shoot the humans in the redwood trees.
I guess.
And be like, this is the size comparison. Hope everybody buys it.
That would be even bigger, but yes. So that's one option, is just that it's really big. But that's kind of boring. If we're going with mutant bear...
I want teeth in places they don't belong.
Yeah,
like
or
on the
like
outside of the jaw.
Extra arms... but that are like functional, not just like, oh, he has
like
yeah. No offense to people who have maybe an arm like that, but that's not like the kind of mutant that we would be impressed by.
That's not scary. That's just sad.
So
I want giant mutant monster bear.
Maybe he's got like the head of a crocodile or something, or alligator, whatever one's native to the Northwest.
It's still got to be.
Whichever one of those two creatures is native to the Northwest of America.
Yes.
Apparently.
Okay.
I'm looking right now at the poster you have for Rampage, and man, was Lizzie cool in that for the 20 seconds she was in the movie.
She was in there for more than 20
She
seconds.
was there for 20 seconds. They did,
she was the entire climax.
She was great as the climax. They did not do like a great job of establishing her. It was just like, oh, and also there's a crocodile. Okay.
I mean, we see her eat the thing at the beginning of the movie.
What thing?
The little canister with the virus. At the
yes,
very beginning.
We see like a regular crocodile chomp on something, and
alligator.
Then I don't care. They're like, and then there's also a crocodile, and they show one shot of her turning around as they turn on the beacon and knocking into a boat, and then they're like, okay, she's in Chicago now.
Yeah.
We don't have any subs in the area.
That's
so
not
it
a
must
great
be a
line.
crocodile.
That's not a great
the area
line.
of Chicago. Maybe they're in the Great Lakes. Submarine dock in Lake Michigan or something?
I don't know, man.
Okay. Do you have more?
I do. I have two more.
Okay, go.
Next up, we have Bear.
Bear!
From 2010. It's not a great title, but
Is
there
that
it
an
is.
Exclamation point? Or
no, it's just Bear.
No? Okay.
Just
Okay.
Bear.
They really did miss out on the explanation, like the not having an exclamation point there.
Like them!
Yeah.
Alright, so in California, Nick decides to take a shortcut while driving his van to a steakhouse to celebrate his parents' anniversary with his girlfriend Christine, his estranged brother, because it's a bear movie, so we have estranged brothers, Sam, and his wife, Liz. Sam's wife, I'm assuming. Otherwise, this dude is a swinger, and they're both okay with it, I guess.
The amount of, like, setup for this detour this guy took, which I'm assuming is going to take him, like, way off-road in the woods. Like, he was just driving to a steakhouse.
He's taking a shortcut.
What kind of shortcut do you take, like, on the way to the steakhouse that puts you in bear country?
It's California, so all of them.
Well, I would assume either you're...
Especially upstate.
Okay.
It's not saying he's in, like, San Francisco.
In bear country, and the shortcut is basically irrelevant because...
Maybe it's like they're going back to their... the brothers are going back to their hometown to celebrate with their parents.
So it's you think this is a long...
town?
It must be a long distance thing. That's the only way that any of this makes sense. Assuming that this is going to land him in bear country. Continue and let me know if I'm...
It's a movie called Bear would better. Better it's like an angry gay man.
It is San Francisco.
Nick has a flat tire and a grizzly bear threatens the group, but Sam discharges his pistol against it.
Wait. The group?
Yeah. They're all in the same car.
Were all those people in the car with him?
It might be a van. There's 4 people.
I thought it was... Oh, I thought there was his mom and dad, too.
No, he's going to meet his mom and dad.
Okay.
They're going to celebrate their anniversary.
When you said with those people, I thought that like he was going to meet all of those people and he was by himself.
No, it's him and his girlfriend, and then his brother and someone's wife.
Okay. So this is like Cujo, but with a bear, I'm guessing?
Presumably.
What was the end of that sentence again? I didn't catch that.
The bear threatens the group, but Sam discharges his pistol against it. It's like, bang!
Okay. Let's just have a quick English lesson here. Sam discharges his pistol against it is not the best way to describe. He shoots at it, but
those are
misses.
100% accurate.
It's 100% accurate, but also like
phrasing.
Let's go to the wonders of what is the great book that I have, Elements of Style, where they say never go for a $10 word where a 5-cent one will do. I'm paraphrasing. I don't think I have the denominations exactly right, but you get what I'm saying.
Yes. We get the gist.
So he shoots at the bear.
Yep.
Does not apparently hit it, or at least doesn't kill it.
Yep.
Bear runs away. Flat tire okay?
Well, it doesn't say bear ran away. When they are ready to go, the bear's mate attacks them and capsizes their van.
So the bear,
that's one woman!
First of all, he hangs back and watches them. He's like, these fools are going to do this tire change. They don't know I'm about to flip their van over. It ain't going to matter. This bear's just like, got his thumbs hooked inside his suspenders. Look at them city boys changing that tire. It's taking them a long time. Must not have changed tire very often.
They shot boo-boo. Time to flip of the van.
Okay.
All bears are Yogi.
I was about to say, is the implication here that this bear, that Yogi and Boo Boo were mates?
Has that not been your headcanon?
No,
that's been my headcanon.
That was not until just now when you said
Well, there
that.
you go. Enjoy all the cartoons. They
They
live in the same cave.
No. I thought they were like sort of an adoptive father-son thing.
No. Boo Boo's his little bear.
No.
Along the night, they are trapped in the van, and secrets are disclosed while they are attacked by a vengeful animal. Priorities, guys!
What?
Prioritize the bear!
What in Laszlo's hierarchy of needs? There's like the don't die from bear, and also process what my wife just told me about how she's sleeping with my brother.
I cannot fathom what secrets would be important in this situation.
This is one of those like beginning screenwriter things where they're like putting you can kind of see how those two things can go together, right? If you do a movie like what was the one where they can't talk and then the ear monsters attack them? Quiet Place.
Yes.
Right? Like that has family drama because the family, is trying to sort of live in this world where these monsters exist, but also monster attack. That works. This does not so much.
No.
In my mind, anyway. Maybe it's great, but like...
Also, in that one, they're stuck for like 2-3 years. Like, because they have like number of days, however, go by. This one, it's like... I'm getting like the feeling that maybe 2 days have gone by. And it's like, by the way, all my secrets. We have a bear. Yeah. We're in an upside down van.
The fact, also, I guess my other thing is like, why not like split up and then, only one of you needs to die.
That works from a cold numbers perspective, but if you're trapped in a van with your wife and kids, are you just like, well, Jack, you're the slowest. Later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay.
No, I'll carry Jack, and me and him can run, and then Ashley and AJ can run, and that way we're about the same speed. Because Ashley and AJ aren't very fast together. And then me holding Jack wouldn't be very fast. And then, like, the bear would only eat at most one of... Well, okay. Jack probably couldn't trust him to run away while the bear ate me. So, that's kind of annoying. But these are all adults.
I could have abandoned you. He's, like, broken on the ground while he's meeting. This is your fault, Jack. All right. On to our last bear movie.
Last bear.
We have Unnatural from 2015.
Okay.
Coincidentally, that's when the first movie we did was from, but whatever.
Bears are relatively natural. I don't know why. I guess natural does not make a great title for a movie.
It's a documentary. A very unimaginative documentary. It's a worse title than Planet Earth.
But I mean, the fact that like we need like
Planet Earth 2.
We're already talking about giant like animals that could kill us very easily.
Yes.
Like you don't need to make that worse. You could have it just be a regular grizzly bear.
I mean, I think we've had like one regular grizzly bear, maybe 2.
Okay. Well, hit me with the new mutant grizzly bear.
Arrogant photographer Brooking, his put-upon assistant, and 2 models travel to Alaska in the dead of winter for a themed photo shoot.
Okay. And that's it. Because that's how this works. You get like Kate Upton and like 2 other people, and they go out and do a swimsuit shoot. I don't know how.
Don't think they're gonna be doing that in Alaska in the dead of winter.
Well,
or this is really poor planning.
No, like there's like a famous Kate Upton like spread where she was like in the snow with the swimsuit. I'm not saying it was a good choice. I don't. She's not wearing the swimsuit for like practical swimming needs. That's not the point of those pictures, Brantley. I don't know if you understand that.
Fair enough. All right. They stay at a local lodge owned by experienced hunter Martin, who is accompanied by Native Americans Nate and Lily.
The unlikeliness of this continues. Did they get on Airbnb for this lodge?
I don't know why you're finding this unlikely.
Because if you're gonna do a photo shoot like this, you have like an entourage of people. The talent is gonna have like, you know, makeup people and like their friends that hang out with them.
The two models didn't even get names. They're probably not that famous.
The photographer is gonna have lighting people. It's not gonna be like, well, let's 3 people go out in the wilderness and I don't know, romp in the snow. We've got this room with an experienced hunter. That doesn't strike you. I mean, to be fair, it's funny.
Yes.
That they have these things mashed together, but not very likely.
All right. So Martin and Nate scare the guests with tales of flesh-hungry bear, man-eater, who's said to roam the woods. They really didn't think this name through, but whatever. It's not a very clever name. Neither is Unnatural, to be fair.
Well, they're experienced hunters, not experienced storytellers.
That's fair. Brooking and the girls laugh off the tales of man-eater, but the truth is closer than they think when a genetically altered polar bear, not a grizzly for once, escapes Clobirch Industries research facility, leaving a trail of blood and guts in its wake. So it's easy to find, but it's kind of gross.
Especially for an experienced hunter. Do you think that, like, the hunter knew about this, or is this just, like, lucky serendipity? Is he bringing this to pass with his words?
No, I feel like that's just a general, like, there's bears out here, or wolves, or coyote. And then, you know, a bear gets loose.
I like the idea that this hunter...
I'd be like telling stories around here about murderous gators, and then a gator gets loose. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay. That's the obvious answer.
Facts. Gators are the bears of the South.
And bears of the South are just lame.
Yeah, they're smaller.
They're like these black bears that just get in your garbage.
You can scare a black bear off if you yell at them loud enough.
Yeah.
They've been chased off by cats.
You could probably punch them in the face and hurt them.
I mean, don't punch bears. That's mean.
No, well, that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Like, you would feel bad about it afterwards because you're punching this little, like, 4-foot annoying
I saw
black
a bear and I punched it, and then I felt guilty and bought it a sandwich.
Like, raccoons are scarier than bears in Florida.
They have hands.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I was in Key West camping one time. It was not a fun camp trip. It was like in an RV park. But anyway, I had a raccoon attack my cooler. It was just like me, like, sitting in the tent, like, in fear of whatever it was outside.
It could be anything.
Listen, those sounds are real loud when you're in a tent, okay?
I told you about the time we watched The Blair Witch while camping, and just every little squirrel in the woods was the witch outside our tent.
Oh, is there more to the description?
Yes.
I got completely lost.
Blood and guts in the wake. There's a trail of blood and guts.
Yes.
Yes. Stuck in the wilderness of Alaska with only 4 hours of sunlight, the group must do everything they can to survive the night and escape the evolved polar bear's hunting ground, which he established in, like, a day.
Also, is he evolved or genetically, like, modified by the Research Institute? Because
this is the kind of people who don't understand how evolution works and just throw that on the end of animals and be like, it's more evolved. Not how that works. We're more involved than apes. No, we're exactly as evolved. They've been around just as long as we have.
So, it's another mutant polar bear.
Big mutant polar bear. Then, again, this is the first polar bear.
Do you think it's, like, lost all its fur or something so that it can adapt to warmer climates? There's got to be a global warming thing in this movie somewhere.
I mean, it's in winter in Alaska, and they could have just used our growler bear if they wanted to do that.
What's a growler bear?
Growler bear is the frequently and increasingly crossbreed between a polar bear and a grizzly bear. So it's like the shape of a grizzly bear, but the mass of the shape of a polar bear and the mass of a grizzly bear. So it's the worst of both worlds.
Okay.
And it's really pretty and can super murder everything.
How come I haven't heard of this until just now?
I think I've told you about them before.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I brought them up at Walmart before.
I must have been off that day.
They're great.
Well, I'm gonna look that up right after we're done with this episode.
Yeah, their fur. They have like the brown of the grizzly bear, but like, you know when you have the iridescent look to like some fabrics.
Yeah,
it kind of has that with the white, where there's like a white sheen through it. They're really cool.
I believe you.
And can snap us both in half with one arm.
Well, it's fortunate that we live down here in the Florida where
nothing bad ever happens. Stay away from Florida, man.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
Well, that'll do it for this week, folks. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.